Hi, I'm Nick, and for my second talk, I'll be discussing optimizing and improving Cypress tests to speed up CI. Currently, CI covers most common user interactions and thoroughly tests them. However, it normally takes 30 to 40 minutes to pass due to the amount of tests and contains several flaky tests that are either temporarily disabled or require CI to be restarted every time they fail. A large amount of this time can actually be cut down, and it can be made more reliable by removing unnecessary calls and making the tests more robust. The easiest fix to make is that we also often have sci.waits littered around all the test suites, which just stop the test for some arbitrary amount of time. This is normally used to fix flaky tests. However, it's not the best solution, and in many cases unnecessary, where we should just replace the sci.wait with a should assertion to check that an element's visible before we try and interact with it. Unfortunately, not all the cases are so trivial. Due to how widgets are rendered, we may have a button or an element that's visible for a split second so that it passes the assertions, however, then it disappears before we can interact with it. To fix this in most cases, you can use Cypress actions to directly talk with the server and send an uno command instead of navigating and testing the other aspects of the UI at once. If we do this, we can test only one specific part of the UI instead of all the lead up to that one aspect. The final and perhaps the largest pain point is that Cypress tests are opening and closing a new document in between every single test. To give you some perspective, a test that normally takes 20 seconds, about 5 of those are opening the file and 5 closing the file after the test body. This is often not even needed. For example, we could open a document that tests bold, then without closing the document, we can test on a separate bit of text if the italic works. And doing that, we already saved 10 seconds of opening and closing documents. Right now, we can resolve this by chaining similar tests that don't require so much cleanup together. But for more messy tests or larger and complex ones, we can use Cypress actions to store the state of the document before the test, and then after the test is done, we can restore that, which is much faster than opening a new document and closing it. Thanks for listening to my talk about how we can optimize Cypress tests.